I wish I could capture. Can I capture this? The entire building. I'm doing a very poor job. It's incredibly stunning, the architecture. I'm still in Thailand. The weather is amazing. Very different to the UK. And I've had such a good time here so far that it probably shows on my face how tired I am. I'm not used to this weather, drained quite easily, but I am having such a great time. The culture in Thailand is beautiful. The people are so well mannered and respectful, and honestly, I have no words. It's amazing. And I have managed to see quite a few Buddhist monks, and it's a small temple. I believe inside here is a shop, or it might be a temple. It's hard to understand because there is no English here, understandably. It's all in the Thai language, so I can't really figure out the name of it, but I will try to find out eventually. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm amazed that this is my backdrop for this channel. So, what do I want to speak about? I want to mix in a lot of Buddhist and Taoist principles in this free flow talk, in the sense that your prime is who you are being now. I have used to say, is that the right term? I used to say that, my prime was when I was in year 8, when I was in my zone, or in a certain past period of my life. And I assume, and we fall into this, that we think that we can't reach that height again. But it's such a misplaced concept, because the past and the future do not exist. They are just memories in our brain. I know that sounds like I'm putting it down so much, but truly, physically, it's where I am right now, where you are right now, what is in your peripheral vision, quite literally. That is what is true for you right now, and it's passing by time so fast, and yet it feels so eternal when you connect with it, and that is the paradox. And I believe Buddha himself said that nirvana, this idea of heaven, isn't something to reach for. I know in the Abrahamic religions there's a notion of the afterlife as something to attain, and it's a physical place. But nirvana is seen to actually just be in the now. It's who you are being in the now, the peace. And that's very much in line with Taoism that I resonate a lot with, accepting the Tao, the present moment, and living in it. So if all you have is right now, and nirvana is right now, and according to the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is within, you can only be in your prime now because only the now exists. It doesn't make sense to look in the past and think, I was my best then, or think, I'm not my best now and I'm going to be better in the future. It's the decisions and choices you are making now that is your prime. Now, we are living a linear life. That is the whole point of experience. It's almost like the eternal now is stretched and slowed so we can experience the evolution, the growth, and we can enjoy it. That's what I truly believe in. And so, in the concept of evolution, you are consistently, I'd like to hope, growing. We are always growing. I'd like to think it can't go downhill, even though for some people it might feel that way. If you used to have a good lifestyle, you were in a good relationship, or you were in a good job and then you've lost it, it can feel like you're not at your peak. But these are just situations and circumstances literally shaping you for something better, for more experience. I always use the game analogy because that's something that has resonated with me since growing up. I used to be the kind of person on my Instagram bio that would put level 12 when I was 12 years old, level 13, level 14, because I've always seen life as like a game that when you get experience, whether it's good or bad, they're points. it's neutral. Points do not have a bias of being good or bad when you're playing a game. You just get it anyway, no matter what you do, as long as you're doing something. And that's kind of how I see life. It's like, we are the ones putting the labels. We are the ones creating our experiences of the objective experience, right? And so when you start to detach from that a little bit and see it all as like points, as neutral, there is an inadvertent acceptance that you are still in your prime. You are still experiencing, evolving, and using those points to have new perspectives. And with those new perspectives comes new experiences, and you do enough of those and you get to the next level. Now, in Buddhism, there's this belief that we are, life is inherent when it comes to suffering. It's inevitable. We have to go through these character arcs to then propel ourselves into the identities that we want to shape and be. So in a way, it's unavoidable. So don't resist it. Accept it. And so I feel like this video is more about your prime is who you are now, once you accept it. Now, there will be moments when you make a mistake, make many mistakes, even myself, or do things that you're not proud of and think, oh, I did this, but I don't want to do this again. I shouldn't have done it. Or I was consistently following a discipline or routine and I lost that routine. Does that mean that my prime is not who I am now? Absolutely not, because your self-awareness and the way you keep checking yourself, could you have done that in the past compared to who you are now? Absolutely not. So the evolution is in your self-awareness, not actually what you are doing. Whether you chose to start that business now and not in the past, and you think that is your prime. I don't mean it in the physical material world. I mean how you keep checking yourself for that growth with your self-awareness consistently. Are you being aware? And are you being awake? And that is what many Buddhist and Taoist practices follow, whether it's through meditation, centering yourself back into the now, whether it's letting go of many materialistic desires and possessions. Now, I'm not saying to drop everything that you care about. I personally think we're here to experience and have fun, not in a hedonistic way, but in a, there's things to appreciate. You know what your heart desires, and if you don't, you sort of know and understand the values of it. When you gravitate towards someone or something, the relationships you have in your life, or, something you really desire to possess, like your dream car or something, that is unique to you. Anyways. So, the suffering comes from attachment. And I do believe it's sort of programmed within us, although I don't really like that word, but biologically programmed within us to naturally attach to things. I think that is the test, that is the game. And the ultimate motive is to lower that attachment, because the less attachment you have, the less suffering, the more fun, the more awake you are that you see this as a game, essentially. And then they always say in the manifestation community, when you detach, manifesting things is so easy because you're not emotionally dependent on the outcome. You are free-flowing. You are literally being like water, like Bruce Lee has famously said. You take shape of whatever comes your way and you accept it. So your prime is who you are now. It comes with self-acceptance and it comes with detachment. Acceptance and detachment can sometimes be a synonymous thing, because once you accept, there's nothing really to hold on to or cling. There's no insecurity. If anything, it's the opposite. It's knowing you are all that is. You are one with the Tao. You are one with the Father, with the ultimate reality, the universe, whatever you call it. And yeah, this was pretty much all I had to say. I am incredibly tired, so I don't really have the energy to stretch this video more than I really want to or should need to. Sometimes messages can just be short and direct. This is my first time being surrounded by Buddhist monks, and it's so interesting, it's fascinating, and yeah, I would love to actually speak to one of them if I could understand the language, but I can't, and I don't want to disrupt their day. But it's incredible. I'm just going to step out the way. You can literally hear the bells and just so much detail in the architecture. I think this is another thing. This is a bit off topic actually, but I feel like a news reporter or a documentary. I don't even know the term for it, but I want to I want to move to the topic of traditional architecture whilst I'm here, because I'm such an advocate for traditional architecture, traditionalism in general. These were not made by machines. And this is prevalent in Europe as well. This isn't just an Oriental thing, but I think with Oriental, the detail, is a different art style, and it's just as fascinating as the Georgian times, the Roman decor, the Palladian statues and ornaments, and incredible, right? What I love about religious buildings in particular, traditional religious buildings, and not the boxed modern churches that we see in the UK, and I've seen some in America. I mean religious buildings like churches, cathedrals, mosques, temples, gurdwaras, they were made by people that saw the bigger picture of the divinity that they believed in. And it created incredible art compared to modernism, the modern art that we see today, where it's like some random objects in some abstract way, and we are just subjectifying it as art, when really it's just money laundering. Can we actually wake up and start appreciating traditional architecture? Because the amount of detail